Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Bataleon Astro Asym. I rode this binding at Ski Cooper on a day that was overcast, pockets of blue, average temps, snow falling at times, no snow falling, hot pow, leftover pow, chopped chunder crust, and perfect corduroy, and I rode it on my Ride Shadow Band snowboard with my K2 Thraxis boots. This is one of the most adjustable bindings on the market. You have a heel cup that you can slide in or out. There are two screws at the base, one under the footbed. Most people will forget about the one under the footbed. Remember, that's there. Pull the footbed out, look at it. You loosen it up, you can slide it out. If you got a bigger boot, push it in. If you got a narrower boot, the foot pad can be adjusted into 3 different positions depending on where you need it to actually be centered under your boot. With the straps, they are on a pop tab, so all you have to do is pop it up, slide the strap up or down, lock it back in to help center it. The toe strap is also on a push pin system, so if you want to pull it back or push it forward, you can. Basically, you push down, slide it forwards or backwards, then pull up to lock it in. The high backs have the ability to be rotated if need be. Going back to the heel straps, they are on Batalion's kinked ladders, so in the upper position, they are more performance driven. You are going to feel that they are a little more stiff, a little more responsive. If you flip them, taking the left to the right and the right to the left, so they're on the lower position, that means that they're going to be a little more surfy, a little more forgiving. And then finally, on the high back, you have the forward lean tab. So all you have to do is push it up, slide it down, lock it into place, you're good to go. The big story with these straps are the kinked ladders on the heel strap. As I already said, for adjustability, you can flip them, so take the left to the right and the right to the left. That changes the position of whether they're up or they're down. If they're up, more precision, more power, you're gonna be able to drive it harder. Lower position, little more soft, little more play in there. Now the actual strap itself is an injection mold strap, and this thing is beefy. This is one of the beefiest injection straps out there. This thing has some girth to it. You feel it lock you down, and when you drive into it, there is a ton of power. You're going to feel that. The lateral play is there. Now with the toe strap, this, in my opinion, is the best Ox-Tec toe strap on the market. It's got a rectangle cut out with that Ox-Tec material in there. That's gonna fit just about every boot shape, whether it's pointy, blunted, rounded. It just cradles right around there and locks you in. It works. I really enjoyed this toe strap. Ratchets are dialed when it comes to Bataleon bindings. That one finger quick release works exactly how you want it to. And when you're lining these up and you're going to pull the lever to torque them down, you get a ton of torque with it. These climb exceptionally well. They lock in exceptionally well. You do not have to worry about them slipping or prematurely releasing on you. All right, why don't you click like on this video? You're watching it, you're liking it, click like. Do it, it's right down there. While you're at it, why don't you subscribe and click the bell so you get those notifications? Come on, join the crew, not the cult. So with this high back, it is a little more rigid, and it has a great shape that cradles the back spine of your boot. When you drive into it, you can feel the power there. The forward lean adjustment is easy to use, and there is just a little bit of tweakability on the outside of it. Overall, it's a solid high back. The overall flex of this binding comes in just past middle of the road. It's a little bit on the stiffer side, even with that asymmetrical cutout, which helps with the lateral play. This is still a powerful and precise binding. You're gonna notice that driving into the toe and the heel through the straps, there is a lot of power. You can feel it back in the heel cup and the high back as well. It's just on that outside, you don't have as much power as you would with the full wrap. And that works. That helps when you're jibbing and buttering. It gives you a little bit more play out there instead of precision and power. Overall, the ride of this binding is super smooth. That footbed in there is very damp, very, very damp. Probably one of the most damp foot pads out there. And then you have the underlayer of foam on this binding as well that adds to that dampness. Micro vibrations and chatter are pretty much all killed off on this. You can charge through anything and not worry about getting foot fatigue. Rider in mind, this is the one binding to rule them all. You want to go butter around and play? Sure. You want to charge hard? You got it. You need one binding that can just go from the peak to the park to everything in between. This is it. Like what we're doing over here and want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. I'm not a fan of those kinked ladders. I cannot find a position on these that I absolutely love like I can with the pivot mount from Rome, which these are based off of. But if you want more precision and power, you put it in the upper. If you want more play, you put it in the lower. I rode these in the lower and I could feel that looseness. It was not fun. I did not like that. Overall though, everything else is great on this binding. I love the way that it rides. That foot pad dampens great. The straps grip. This is actually my favorite injection molded strap. It's just perfect. Like, honestly debating if I want to just steal a couple pairs of these heel straps and put them on my Rome Black labels because I like them that much. It's good. This is a great binding. Bataleon took what they needed to from Rome. Let's give credit where it's due. Rome really designed this and tweaked a few things to make it their own, and it works. Comparable bindings, the K2 program, the Union Atlas, the Ride C8. This has been my review of the Bataleon Astro Asym. Not the binding that you're looking for? Why don't you go check out one of the reviews of the comparables? I know we've got a video of it. You could watch it and maybe learn something.